Hello and welcome to this video on MicroStrategy. The beast has woken up. None of the content is financial advice. MicroStrategy is one of the premier Bitcoin proxy. So by that I mean the value of its share is primarily correlated with the number of Bitcoins they have, the price of Bitcoin at any point in time, and a multiplier known as the MNAV. So starting with that hypothesis, we'll be conducting a machine learning based price forecast since the day they started accumulating, or the week they started accumulating Bitcoin, starting August of 2020. This is the price action for MicroStrategy. You can see back then the price was at around $12. Again, they did go through a stock split, but the prices are normalized, assuming the stock did not split. If the stock had split before August 2020, the price at that point in time would have been $12.35. Now the price is at around $380. Over the course of four and a half years since August 2020, now that we are in early 2025, the price in terms of the return had about 2,800% return, grew by about 29x from $12 to now close to $400. So that's in the same time period. Bitcoin USD though, if you look at the price of Bitcoin around the time when MicroStrategy started holding Bitcoin, was at around $11,000. Now Bitcoin is at around roughly $103,000. So less than 10x growth from that point in time. Again, from 11,000 to 100 if the price had been $116,000, that would have been exactly 10x. So less than 10x. Whereas MicroStrategy grew from $12 to now $400. So if you want to do a simple calculation, 400, roughly speaking, 400 divided by 12, you would get an answer of about 33x. So MicroStrategy did grow more than Bitcoin did. That is because now that we are in the bull market, MicroStrategy outperforms Bitcoin in a bull market. In the bear market though, the opposite is true. From the highs for MicroStrategy at around $130 back in February 2021, in the 2021 bull run, to the lows of MicroStrategy to exactly at around $13 or $13.50, the crash was at about 89.7%. Roughly speaking, 90% crash. Whereas Bitcoin in the 2021, after the 2021 bull run, crashed from 69K to about $15,500 at around 77% crash. So in the bull market, MicroStrategy outperforms Bitcoin. In the bear market, MicroStrategy underperforms Bitcoin. And you can also correlate that with the MNAV multiplier. In the bear market, MicroStrategy's MNAV is less than 1. That means the market cap of MicroStrategy is less than the market cap of the Bitcoin that they hold. So for example, if they have $100 billion worth of Bitcoin in the bear market, their MicroStrategy's market cap could be less than 100 billion, could be at around 50 billion, 60 billion, 70 billion, 80 billion. That is how it was, at least in the bear market of 2022. That's why now from the peak to from the bottom to the peak in 2022, this at around December of 2022, $13.50 was the price, and it grew to about $550 in the bull market of 2024. So but Bitcoin did not grow in the multiples of 20 and 30x in the bull market again. So that means the volatility of MicroStrategy on a volatile asset such as Bitcoin helps and adds to it as a multiplier. So with that framework in mind, let's look at the machine learning forecast for MicroStrategy. And again, none of the content is financial advice. We use machine learning algorithms, data science techniques, and also we do have a retirement related model for MicroStrategy that we'll be covering in this video at the later point. Now we have used the machine learning model on ARIMA and XGBoost to identify what is the likely forecast for MicroStrategy in the next 6 months using those algorithms. Without any major bullish or bearish catalyst, the base case, which is kind of akin to the bull case for MicroStrategy. The price between $358 to about $703 is forecasted by the algorithm till June of 2025. In the bearish market though, the price could be somewhere between $163 and $279. If you are more interested in tabular week by week progression of these prices, we do have a tabular format. The base case that we discussed is this pink line, which is the forecast of our machine learning model, and the bear case, which is the bear at 90, so bear at 68 percentile. Those are the two columns of most of the interest for MicroStrategy. Again, we do have a bull case, but again you can see that this bull case does go up exponentially. We need some time for the prices to cool off to ascertain what could be a realistic bull case. Again, if we take an average of these two scenarios, let's say 3 months into the future, towards the end of March or early April of 2025, $500 is the base case. Around the same time, at around $2,000 is the bull case. 500 and 2000 is 2500, divided by 2 would be somewhere at around $1,250. That's the realistic bull case for MicroStrategy, at around $1,250 if you take an average of these two predictions. So going forward to the retirement related model, again we have 4 scenarios. We will be discussing only 2 of them. First, with the bull case at around 45% growth year over year, and decline of 50% every bear market year. This is because as I mentioned earlier, if Bitcoin falls, let's say in the bear market of 2026 by about 40%, MicroStrategy could easily fall by about 50%. So that's the hypothesis. And again, if Bitcoin year over year exhibits that 35% CAGR, MicroStrategy could do a 45% CAGR. So these are the assumptions, with starting with the conservative prediction for 2025 at around $919 for MicroStrategy stock. Again, that would be roughly speaking 2.25x from the current price of about $400. 2026 bear market at around $450, 2029 bull market at around $1,400, 2030. And this is not the uber bull case, this is the bull case. We do have one more case. If adoption of Bitcoin exceeds our current expectations, the 2023 case in a uber bull case would be slightly different at around $2,400 instead of $2,100. Similarly, in 2029 the theoretical peak could be at around $1,650. In 2037, in an uber bull case at $3,600, in a regular bull case at around $3,200. And again, these lines do converge because the assumption is, even if the growth is at around 55% in the non-bear market years, that is 3 of the 4 years, and the equal and opposite of that is that in the bear market year the decline could be at around 60%. The last bear market, the decline was roughly speaking 90%. So again, none of that is too bearish or too bullish. We try to tune out as much of the noise as possible, and the purpose of this analysis is also to identify the number of stocks needed to be a MicroStrategy millionaire. If let's say the price, again at the end of 2025 we are looking at around $700 MicroStrategy stock, the number of MicroStrategy stock needed to be a millionaire would be at around 1300, roughly speaking 1400 stocks. If on the other hand 1400 shares I should say, if on the other hand prices go as high as about $920, about 1100 MicroStrategy shares would provide that millionaire status. In the uber bull case, at around 1100 MicroStrategy price, 904 MicroStrategy shares should do the trick. Going forward, let's say in 2029, 4 years from now, the second or the next bull run for Bitcoin, and potentially correlation of MicroStrategy and Bitcoin stays intact, number of stocks in that scenario with around 720 MicroStrategy shares should be worth about $1 million per the model. In a uber bull case, about 600 stocks should do the trick. In 2033, about less than 500 or 470 shares should do the trick, or roughly speaking 400 shares in an uber bull case. And last but not the least, as we move closer to 2040, you could see that around 300 shares of MicroStrategy after 2035 at least roughly 300 shares of MicroStrategy provides that that millionaire status. And with that, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please subscribe and give this video a like, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.